Hey guys, Trey here. I just got back from flying and getting ready to enter that into my flight log and thought I would give you guys some insight into what I use for my flight log, etc. So as you can see here, I have Excel open and I am going to enter in some data for my last couple flights and give you an idea of what my flight log looks like and maybe talk about some of the advantages of keeping a flight log. So we'll start off right here in this cell, and I flew last night for an hour and a half. So I entered the date from yesterday, which was the 20th, and as you can see when I tab over, this column right here has 3 days since my last flight. It auto calculates the number of days since my last flight. Then I will tab over here, and I know that I took off last night at about 5:10, and the duration was going to be 90 minutes, which is exactly what that was. Now before I tab over, I want to have you look up here at my average flight time. So this average flight time looks at all of the minutes that I have flown for each flight and gives me an average. So when I tab over, it's going to update this field right here. So as you can see, that upped my average to right at 30 minutes. I know the wind direction yesterday was from the northwest. The wind speed was about 4 miles an hour. I did a forward. And again, I am going to have you draw your attention up here to the percentages for forward and reverse. These auto calculate. I doubt that the numbers will change because how many flights I have, and this is a pretty consistent number. So forward, yep, it didn't change any of the numbers up top. I know my max altitude yesterday was about 2,900 feet. And I took off from Lovely's Corner. I'm not going to bore you with the comments section. I'll fill that in a little bit. So I flew again this morning. It wasn't a very long flight at all. And it took off around 10:30 this morning. It was a 5-minute flight. And as you can see right here, it took the number back down to 29.89 minutes per flight. I took off into the east. The wind was coming at me at about 6 miles an hour, and I did a reverse. I only got up to about 350 feet. A couple things to note. First of all, this cell right here calculates the number of minutes that I've had for all of my flights on my paramotor. So what that does is it keeps track of the number of minutes, and then this cell calculates the same number of minutes but just divides it by 60, so I have an hour's representation. So that tells me how many minutes and how many hours I have of running time on my engine. We've gone over the average flight times. 77% of my launches are forward launches and 23% are reverse launches. So, you know, some of the advantages of keeping a log, you know, especially in Excel because you can do so many things with Excel. But you have these comments section and you can go back and take a look at these comments. Oftentimes I'll go back and read, you know, certain flights that I've had, especially different months of the year, and you know, it's just a good way to keep track of what happens in a flight. I also have a different tab down here called the maintenance log, and I just keep track of all the maintenance that I do on my machine. As you can see, there's not much here, but anytime that I do maintenance, I keep a log entry right here. So anyway, I hope you found this flight log a little bit interesting, and if anybody has any questions, hit me up in the comments section below, and We'll see you next time out on the field. Peace, guys.